Well, you've probably seen the news by now. It's happening. It's not happening. It's definitely happening. It's definitely not happening. Listen, regardless of all of that, between you and me, when it comes to 120 hertz on the iPhone 12 Pro, maybe don't give up on it quite yet. Want tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications if you're sitting on the toilet right now. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, FPT, FAPATA, the show that gives you all these tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Got some fresh, hot, exclusive Apple leaks for you today. But first, let's jump into a couple pieces of housekeeping. Number one, because our channel was hacked and deleted and then restored again, we have the channel back, but we don't have access to ad revenue. Like, even if you do happen to see any ads on our videos right now, that payment to us is actually on hold for like 2 months, so we don't get it. So if you like the show, you like the info we give you, we make you laugh, you want to help support it, there's two options. Number one is a link down in the description to a PayPal donation page where you can send us anything you want. Looking at you, Bill Gates, go ahead, send whatever. I'm not picky, really. And number two, we just dropped this brand new Hot Fire Toilet Squad t-shirt if you're interested, if you want to support us and also get something in return. This is a t-shirt that is a reference to something. I can't figure out quite what it is. It looks familiar though. Oh, and the next thing is we dropped a brand new episode of Recycle Bin for you. That's right, a brand new episode of our podcast is available across all of your favorite podcast platforms. I'll leave a couple links down in the description below if you're interested. Go listen, do it. All right, that's it. Let's do this. So let's talk about 120 hertz on iPhone 12. This is a pretty interesting topic, and for the most part, I've stayed kind of quiet on it. After our initial leaks, I just sort of watched this all unfold, and what a fucking mess. Like, do you remember just a couple months ago when 120 hertz was confirmed? Definitely happening. Back when people were literally using the word confirmed, I went on record on our show and said, well, no, it's not. Confirmed is a really strong word, and at that time, it wasn't even close to that word. It wasn't even close to confirmed. And ever since that initial episode and that initial leak dump for that stuff, I haven't budged on that. Like, I haven't flip-flopped. I'm not one of the people that have flip-flopped on my stance with the iPhone and 120 hertz. I said that they're definitely working on it, but it can't possibly be confirmed quite yet to be coming out this year. But of course, since then, we have been all over the place. It's definitely happening. It's definitely not happening. It's definitely happening again. Oh, no, definitely not. The dream is dead. But again, I have been trying to stay quiet about this because, well, I didn't have any concrete answers. But more recently, the consensus seems to be that it's not happening. A lot of leakers are saying that it's not happening. And so I figured I wanted to come out and talk about this because, well, I'm just not comfortable saying that myself. Now, I will explain because I'm not comfortable saying that it is happening either, but with everyone saying that it's not, I had to come out and just say, listen, I don't think we should bet on that yet. I can't tell you that it's not coming out. And I like keeping you updated with the process as it happens. I'm more fascinated by the process itself rather than the final result. For example, when I leaked the launch dates for the Google Pixel 4a, I kept everyone updated for weeks, months even. Every time Google changed the dates, which they did a handful of times, I went ahead and tweeted. I updated everyone until we got a final date. I mean, I know some leakers prefer to just like give one date or no date at all. I get that, that's cool, but that's not my style of reporting. I am really interested in what is going on behind the scenes in real time, and I like telling you, the general public, what happens as it happens. That is what fascinates me. I think it's really cool. Some people don't like that I do that, but I think it's cool. You know, I did the same thing with the iPhone SE. We got to see that thing go from delayed, we have no idea when it's coming, to, hey, they're discussing having it come in April, to definitely they decided here it is, it's coming in April, specifically April 15th. I took you guys through that entire process, and that was really cool to me. Stuff like that is super fascinating and gives us a little bit of insight into how things work behind closed doors, how these decisions are made. And currently, as things are right now, behind the scenes, Apple is still testing 120 Hz ProMotion for iPhone 12 Pro. Specifically, at least in this case with my sources, the 12 Pro Max. In fact, the exact words that were told to me were that 120 Hz is running, quote, just fine with a manual toggle in settings on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. That, of course, is not absolute confirmation that it's coming on the final models that end up shipping, and sure, it's a little confusing. I mean, what should we expect for that regular 12 Pro? I feel like Apple probably wouldn't ship 120 Hz ProMotion on just the Pro Max and then not the 6.1 inch Pro model, but who knows? To be clear, at least what's being told to me, the hardware in these phones, like these display panels, are not LTPO panels that we're looking at. If you weren't aware, LTPO panels are capable of displaying variable refresh rates, similar to what we have in the Apple Watch already. The display panels in the 12 Pro and Pro Max are not that. But just because they're not LTPO panels doesn't mean they're not capable of displaying 120 Hz. In fact, Apple's marketing term for 120 Hz on the iPad Pro, ProMotion, that's not running on an LTPO panel either. And we get 120 Hz on the iPad Pro just fine. In fact, it looks great. And maybe that's why I'm hearing from our source that it was running just fine on a 12 Pro Max with a manual toggle in settings. Because it's not a variable refresh rate, it's for you to decide one or the other. Assuming if this does ship with 120 Hz, you would have the option to bring it down to preserve some battery life. All I know is a lot of you have been asking me about that 120 Hz question, especially with a bunch of other leakers telling you that it's not happening. And my answer is, I don't know. I cannot comfortably tell you with the information that I have that it's not happening. Who knows? Maybe these other leakers have much better information than I do. That could always be the case. But from where I'm standing right now today, I'm not quite ready to give up on 120 Hz on iPhone 12 Pro. And I don't think you should either.